apologizes. He apologizes for everything that he did and everything that he didn't do. How can you stay angry and hostile with someone after that? Easy. You remember that 6-hour Greyhound bus ride home crying, sitting next to a very odd man by the name of Beulah, who refused to put his shoes on and whose feet smelled mysteriously like Frito-Lay corn chips. And you remember the pain, and you remember the tears, and you remember the crying, and you walk away from T.I. forever. He will always be my first love and my first heartbreak. And when I become a male subject of a Lifetime sentiment portrait, his name will come up. I can just picture it. Me looking youthful and sitting ever so elegantly in my overstuffed chair. Then the camera does a close-up of me, then cut to a picture of me and him together, then cut to a picture of me crying with mascara running for dramatic effect. And then back to a picture of me. A voiceover will say, "This brave and talented young man has faced his share of heartbreaks, but there is always one that brings a tear to his eye, his first love." And then Meredith Vieira will ask, "She's the host. So, what about this mysterious Anthony Camerata, aka Tigger? What was it like after he left you, alone and crying on that snowy Chicago night? He's a bastard. And our viewers want to know, how did you become the brilliant, strong, amazingly attractive, and talented young man that sits before us? Is there any words of advice that you can give to our viewers just tuning in after Golden Girls?" And then for more dramatic effect, I slowly dab the corners of my eye, take a deep breath, look into the camera, and give the answer that will earn me one of many Daytime Emmy Awards. Well, Meredith, when I was younger, my grandmother took me into her frail arms after I had just gotten into a fight with a neighbor boy. She saw that I was hurt, and she saw that I was upset. She took me onto her lap, nestled me close, and gently rocked me back and forth as I fell asleep. As I lay there in her lap, near sleep, tears freshly dried on my face, she leaned close and whispered something that would help me get through another heartbreak when another boy would hurt me years later. I can still hear her whispering those words of wisdom into my ear. She said, "Buttercup?" Because that's what she calls me, Buttercup. She said, "Buttercup, fuck 'em!" And so, life goes on. Life without boyfriends or sex, but it goes on nonetheless. It's not that I didn't try to find another man today because I should have the Olympic gold medal for man chasing. It's not the lack of people, it's the lack of the right people. And it's not easy being a big guy in the gay world. When I go out to gay clubs, I tower above everybody else. If you allow me to be completely queer for a moment, I know what it felt like for Dorothy when she first went into Munchkinland. But that's life, and I was meant to play football, not dance the beat in Swan Lake. Even though my legs do look fabulous at times. It's not